Welcome to Headline to Heartline. Titles open doors, but it's what we do inside the room that earns trust. Today's story matters because it sits where fame, philanthropy, and public judgment meet. On Thursday, October 9, 2025, in New York City, Prince Harry and Meghan Markle accepted Humanitarians of the Year at the annual gala for Project Healthy Minds, a nonprofit that promotes mental health awareness and access. People magazine's coverage highlighted their remarks about parenting in the digital age. Meghan saying their children, Archie and Lilibet, inspire their work. Harry emphasizing a collective duty to protect families online. 2 days later, the Daily Telegraph ran a column by associate editor Camilla Tominey, questioning the award on principle and tone, arguing that in a world of war and disaster, the couple should not be considered the year's humanitarians. If you felt torn between those headlines, you're not alone. Let's lay the track clearly. The money chatter gets loud, but there is no credible, on-the-record evidence that Meghan and Harry are short on money. The Wall Street Journal reported the end of their Spotify deal in 2023, and CBS News covered the surrounding backlash. That single break, along with a one-year dip in donations at their U.S. charity and some security case defeats in the U.K., fed the rumor mill. At the same time, the public record shows they kept, indeed extended, their Netflix partnership. Harry's memoir Spare sold at a record pace, and they maintain other income sources. Their charity's filings for 2023 indicate it was financially sound. None of that proves virtue. It does puncture the claim that they're financially struggling. So what about Archewell Foundation itself? Relevant or not? And what's the real social impact? Archewell Foundation is their U.S.-based nonprofit arm. It raises money and attention around mental health, online safety for families, and relief for vulnerable children. It is separate from their personal finances. Public filings show the foundation had a soft year in 2022 and then returned to a surplus in 2023 with 8-figure assets on hand. Those numbers don't tell you everything about impact, but they do tell you the foundation isn't collapsing. In real-world terms, Archewell has funded established groups and research efforts, and it convenes parents harmed by online platforms through something called the Parents Network, essentially a forum and advocacy hub to push for safer design and better accountability in social media. Supporters see this as timely, prevention-focused work. Skeptics say advocacy and storytelling without transparent outcome measures can look like branding. Both views have a point, which is why the next step for any serious foundation is simple. Publish clearer yardsticks, families reached, programs scaled, policy changes achieved, and do it year after year. Part of what keeps the rumors alive are episodes that generate heat without much light. Ending the Spotify deal was a public stumble that made them look less bankable than the hype promised. A temporary delinquent notice from California regulators about routine paperwork was quickly fixed, but produced sensational headlines. Coverage of a January visit with wildfire survivors spawned disaster tourist barbs on social media, even as local officials and responders welcomed the attention. Legal fights over security in the UK became a running narrative of court defeats and high costs, which invites speculation but doesn't prove insolvency. Add the polarized online culture, fans and critics trading insults, and the story often sounds worse than the facts support. Now, back to the question raised by the Telegraph. Can you be called a humanitarian for mental health and online safety work when there are wars and disasters? That's a values question, not a math problem. Traditional humanitarianism conjures boots on the ground and triage tents. Modern humanitarianism also includes prevention, reducing harm before it happens, especially to children, by pushing for safer tech, better mental health access, and smarter family support. Project Healthy Minds honored the couple in that prevention lane. You might disagree with the timing or the optics, but the category itself is legitimate. The fair critique isn't, "This can't be humanitarian," it's, "Show us what changed because you were in the room." If you appreciate clear, fair analysis without the noise, please like this video and subscribe to the channel. So here's the measured verdict. On finances, the evidence we can actually verify does not show a cash crisis. Rumors grew from a high-profile breakup with Spotify, one weak year in charitable receipts, and legal setbacks that were easy for commentators to dramatize. On the Telegraph column, the challenge is less about facts than definitions and tone. Many viewers share the instinct that public life should come with humility, fewer photo ops, and more measurable outcomes. On Archewell's relevance, it is a real, mid-sized U.S. charity doing contemporary work in mental health and family online safety. With meaningful grants and convening power, but it still needs clearer, ongoing proof of outcomes to convert visibility into trust. And yes, at times the couple can look a bit stage-managed or immature, which blunts their message. The remedy isn't to vanish. It's to publish impact data, center the beneficiaries rather than the brand, and keep showing up for the unglamorous parts of service. Thank you for spending this time with me. If this perspective helped you cut through the noise, please subscribe and tap like before you go. In the end, titles may open doors, but the reason we cross a threshold together is because the work inside stands tall when the spotlight moves on.